I'll start.
You can't even see
We're on air. We are
we
starting.
live?
Yes.
Excuse us.
Oh,
It's one of our first times doing this. Hello, everybody. I am Stephanie Smith, and I am a double diamond with It Works Global. I joined 2.5 years ago in March 2013 just to get some extra money to pay off my credit card debt. And I promoted to Ruby in 27 days, which really I wasn't trying to do that. I just knew I needed to find loyal customers and I needed to find distributors. So that's what I went out and did. There was no bonus back then. I wish there would have been, but I just worked and talked and worked and talked and posted. I promoted to Diamond in May of the following year, 2014. Got the $10,000 good bonus. Whoop, whoop. And then that following September, I went to the bank and I paid off $20,000 in credit card debt. Yay! It was so hard to give away 20 grand, but it had to be done. And then keep pushing forward to this year, and just a week, what's today's date? The 13th. So 2 weeks ago, I promoted to Double Diamond and got the $15,000 good bonus. Yay! So 2.5 years, hard work, dedication, consistency, a strong why. Don't make money your why. Figure out why you need that money, because if you're here to only make money and you're not making money when you first, get started, then you're going to want to quit. You have to have a why that is going to make you cry. My first one was my credit card debt and not being able to answer my phone and being completely embarrassed as to what I had done with myself. And after I did that, I was pregnant, and my new why is my baby. So, and today I handed in my letter of resignation to my full-time job as a nurse. So I am rewired as of August 28th, full-time rap girl. Okay, so I'm going to introduce my first distributor ever, and she can... Oh, yes, we do. And she can, she's going to go get the cord real quick. And I'll get the cord. She'll introduce herself because we're going to lose battery here. So she's going to introduce herself, and then we'll get started.
Hi. My name is Bethany, and I am a diamond. Woohoo! I just went diamond at the end of July, and I got the $10,000 bonus. Super exciting. The reason that I got into this crazy business is because of Stephanie. She pretty much forced me into it. I was the only person at her launch party.
Because you lived here, you had no choice.
And look at us now. I wasn't really sure that it was something I really wanted to do at first because I'm a pretty quiet, shy person. I wasn't really into the whole, selling things. But the more that I got to use the products, the more I fell in love with the products, and I really wanted to promote them and share them with other people because they were doing a lot for me in my life. So that's how I got into it.
She had no choice. I said, listen, this is what I'm doing, and you're going to be my first teammate. Let's go. She said, all right.
Yeah.
So just do that. Find your friends and just say, let's go.
We didn't really have a big team of people up here.
No.
We have our people who are in Florida, but obviously there was New York, and that's Florida, and we're quite a ways away from each other, so we didn't really have a lot of people here to do this little stuff for us.
So we just went with it and figured it out and stayed plugged in and to the team pages and the phone calls and made it happen. Had to, no choice.
And here we are.
We are here, and we are doing our weekly Wednesday. Sorry about that. Yesterday was crazy. Today's still crazy, but better. Weekly Wednesday webinar. And tonight we are going to be discussing the importance of following up. There are many different ways of following up, okay? We're going to talk about all of them. You need to follow up with your leads. You need to follow up with your loyal customers. You need to follow up with your distributors. And there are many ways that you can do that. The first thing I'll talk about is a hundreds list. There is a document in Peace Love, the hundreds list that you can print out. And I'll be honest with you, I just did mine, and I regret it. Okay, I have been keeping track of things through my text messages and through my Facebook messages, and when I scroll back months and months and months in my Facebook messages, I see people that I spoke to months and months and months ago that I forgot about because their message just keeps getting pushed down and down and down, and I'm like, crap. You know, if I just had it written down on that list that Corinne told me to make 2 years ago, then I wouldn't have that issue, and I could possibly have a rock star on my team, or, you know, a loyal customer, you know, having life-changing results. So take out the hundreds list, fill it out. Put every single person's name on there that talks about it, shows a little bit of interest, likes a post, comments on a post, and just, you know, keep track of them. Now, with that hundreds list, you're going to want to follow up with people, because if you don't, they might forget about it. They don't have rap crack like we do. You know, that isn't on their brain 24/7 like us, so they might just forget about it. Go ahead.
Even if they don't just forget about it, they might see somebody else who's being more consistent than you, and they will go with that person instead of you because they think that this new person is working it and
more serious.
You are not anymore.
Yeah, because people want to work with and support somebody who is showing that they are passionate and serious about something. You can't be half in and half out. Okay, people need to know that they're going to want to, you know, try to work with you. If they're going to order something from you and then they're going to have a question the next month about it, but you've quit. So, you know, be consistent and be serious. So you're going to have this list of people's names. You're going to talk to them. They're going to tell you how interested they are, and then they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to order on Friday when I get paid, and I'm so excited, and, you know, I'll message you on Friday. Friday comes. You don't get a message. You wait till Saturday, send them a message, you know, hey, just want to make sure, you know, I didn't, you know, miss a message, or wanted to let you know I was busy yesterday. So, you know, if you're available to talk, I'm ready to help you get your order in today. They see the message, they don't respond. Okay? You're going to want to start following the 2-2-2 rule. 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. You can, you know, vary it if you want to. You're going to contact them in a couple of days, and they're going to see a message and they're not going to respond. And then in a couple of weeks, they're going to see a message and they're not going to respond, and you're going to get discouraged and you're going to get frustrated. Here's the thing. You have to keep contacting them because they need to do it when they are ready. They can't do it when you're ready for them. They need to do it on their own terms. Just because they're not responding does not mean that they are not interested anymore. They don't want to say no because they don't want to say no. They are interested, but they're not ready right that moment for you. So if you keep in touch with them, there will come a time where they're like, oh my God, you know, I was so busy. I'm so glad you contacted me. I totally forgot. I'm ready to order right now. Let me call you. So if they're responding and they stopped, don't just think to yourself, all right, I guess I'll just leave them alone. They're not interested anymore. Keep their name on the list. Keep track next to their name every time you message them, okay? Because you don't want to message them 35 times every single day for 6 weeks in a row, okay? Then they're not going to work with you. You want to message them consistently, but not
to the point of harassment charges.
Yes, you don't want to harass people. So keep that hundreds list, and every time someone shows interest, add a name to that hundreds list. Keep track of when you talk to them next to their name. Let's see. Okay. If you don't have a printer like me, you know, don't just wait and not make the list, just take a piece of paper and write people's names down and keep it in a folder and, just keep track of people. You don't have to, print out the actual hundreds list. You can get creative. Okay. When you enroll a loyal customer, okay, that person finally responded back to you, and they're like, okay, I'm ready to do this. Let's go. You enroll them. They place their order. Let's say they get the skinny pack. Okay, so they're getting a box of 4 wraps, they're getting defining gel, and they're getting Fat Fighters. You can go check on her. What are you going to do? They're going to place their order. Are you just going to let them order and that's it? Never talk to them again? No. What you should do is contact them in about a week after they ordered and check and see, has your package arrived? Usually it takes about a week. So, excuse me, if their package is there, they're going to be excited, and you're going to be like, okay, well, I want to make sure that you use our products correctly so that you get the best results that you can get. So you need to send them how to wrap instructions. I know I made some, and Corinne posted it in the Peace Love page, which tells them a quick step-by-step things to do and things not to do. And it also sends a little video on how to wrap the belly. If someone's going to wrap their arms or their legs, send them an appropriate video. And if you don't know which one to send, ask your upline, find one of us, and we'll help you. You're going to tell them how to use the defining gel, and you're going to tell them how to use the Fat Fighters. You want to make sure they know how to use the products properly so they get the best results, because if they're getting the results that they want, then they're going to either A, continue to use the products and continue to be a loyal customer, or B, love the products so much that they want to share them with everybody else, so they're going to upgrade to be a distributor. You cannot just sign somebody up and never talk to them again. Mm-hmm. And I will admit, I have not been perfect at that through my career, and I have learned, and so many things are going to change for me now, because it's serious. It's go time. There's no more messing around, and don't wait 2 years like I did. Start from the beginning. Learn from my mistakes. So the next month comes around, and you know that they're getting another shipment. You're going to check in with them again and see how things are going. How's your results? Can you show me your pictures? Are you drinking enough water? You need to check in with them. Then the third month is going to come around. You're really going to want to check in with them on the third month. Make sure they're getting the results that they want. If they want to switch products, tell them about the greens. Tell them about, don't be afraid to ask them, are you stressed? Are you regular? Is there, anything that you might need that we can provide for you? And let them know, this is the last month in your agreement. However, if you continue with your monthly auto shipments, after this month, you're going to get free shipping on all your auto shipments from here on out. You're going to continue to earn perk points, and even better, after 6 months, you're going to get $50 free in perk points.
Who doesn't want $50?
Exactly. Oh, wait a minute. You're going to love the products for 6 more months? You're going to get $150 in perk points for being a continued loyal customer.
And there's no minimum that they have to spend each month, as long as they get one product, even Fat Fighters every month, only $23, and then they get $200 extra for staying on for a whole year. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me.
Yes, but the problem is they don't know about it unless you tell them. Okay, so you have to tell them what the benefits are of being a continued loyal customer. And in order to get that customer retention, which is going to keep your volume up, it's going to keep your business flourishing. Is that the right word?
Works.
Okay. And it's going to keep those customers, and the more customers you have that love the products, your business is just going to keep going, and they're going to tell their friends about it, and they're going to tell their friends about it, and if they're sick of telling their friends to go to you, they're going to say, hey, let me join your team. So, there's benefits, lots of benefits to, keeping in touch, following up with people. Let's see, make sure I'm saying everything I want. 3 months, 50, after 12, 150. Okay, distributors. What did we learn in the very beginning when we signed up distributors? What did we not do?
Train them properly.
Yes.
A lot of it was because we were new ourselves and didn't really know the proper way of doing things, I guess. It was something we learned throughout with trial and error.
I think we kind of just assumed that since, not that our team, you know, Corinne and Alicia weren't there for us, but
Correct.
not that, I can't see her, so that's all good. Not that they weren't there for us, because they were, of course they were. However, you know, at the same time, like she said earlier, we are in a different state, and we were kind of alone. But we did keep in, you know, we stayed plugged in. We kept trying to learn. We kept wanting to learn. We wanted to succeed. So we just assumed
everybody else would do that too.
Everybody's going to be just like us. So
but they're not, and they don't.
Yeah. So let's sign up a distributor and never talk to them again. Let's not tell them about the training. Let's not tell them about, you know, this. Let's not talk to them about the steps to success. We didn't do those things. Guess what happened?
I was one box away from Diamond, and every single person except for one of them quit.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
We can only blame ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks, but you know what? You learn, and you keep going, and you don't quit, and then you get where we're at and where others are. And, you know, you have a team, and you have a team that wants to work, and you have a team that wants to learn, and, you know, you teach them the right way, and they stick around, and then they're going to do the same for their team. So, distributor. You sign up a distributor, super excited, it's my first distributor, and you're brand new. Okay, so you're learning too. You still can't just forget about that distributor and expect them to know what to do. You know what you need to do? You need to contact your upline and say, hey, I'm new and still learning from you, but Carrie joined me yesterday, and Carrie's brother, Joe, joined her yesterday too, so now I've got this team and I don't know what to do. Teach them steps to success. Show them the Ruby chart. Tell them what they need to do.
Training videos.
Training videos in your e-suite under the big green U at the top. Those are so crucial. So you have to talk to your distributors. You have to follow up with them. Check in with them. Hey, how's it going? Do you have any questions? Have you watched your videos? You should check in with a new distributor, I'd say, after 72 hours and say, hey, you know, did you have a chance to watch those videos? Because really you should do it within 48 hours. It's going to teach you about the products and teach you about the business and all the things that you need to know to get your business going well.
You need to be annoying, really.
Yeah. And you will end up wanting your team to be annoying, so they're going to be following up with you. You want them to follow up with you, but you have to remember you have to do the same to them. And really, don't think of it as annoying. We say it's annoying. It's not annoying. You need to contact your upline, and you need to contact your downline. If you just make yourself available and say, hey, you know, if you need help, I'm here, maybe they aren't the type of person to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk like me. Maybe they're not going to just come to you and ask questions. Maybe they need you to ask them questions. So don't just make yourself available.
That's when the color personalities come into play. You can usually get a vibe for people pretty quickly and know what kind of color they are. If you're a red, then you generally don't stop talking and you just come right after people. If you're a yellow, like me, I just kind of sit back and ride the waves and just, you know, do what you got to do. But if I didn't have a red in my life, I probably would not be as successful as I am right now.
You gotta punch her a couple times and kick her a couple times.
I just went for a pounding.
Oh. I was gonna punch her in the face.
Oh goodness. Also, I was just talking to one of not my distributors, just someone in my downline the other day, and she's just recently signed another distributor, and she was like, you know, I keep messaging her and she's not getting back to me. I feel like I'm annoying her, I'm bugging her. And I said, okay, well, how long did I write to you with you ignoring me every single time before you decide to say, okay, I'm ready, I'm all in? And she's kicking butt now, but I just had to remind her, you know, how many times did I have to annoy you before you came around? So even if you feel like people are ignoring you, they're not getting back to you, whatever, that doesn't mean that you just write them off and just assume that they're not going to come back and, you know, do something at some point in time.
Just keep going. Keep letting them know, you know, when you're ready, I'm here. When you're ready, I'm here. Let's go. Just anytime you're in question about anything, this isn't even just about follow-ups, anything, go to your upline, find your upline. If your sponsor isn't in or your sponsor's brand new and they don't know, find your diamond, okay? There's a few of us in Corinne's team. You can find us. We're here. And even if you're not on our downline and you, let's say you relate better with me than you do with Sandra, you can contact me. No big deal. We're all here for everybody. Here's a thing that I want to talk about. I don't know if everybody's heard of it. I think I heard of it at a one team, one mission that I went to. So here's an example, and I know we all go through this, and if you're new, please know that this happens to all of us. All of us in the business, no matter what our rank is, no matter how successful we are, no matter how long we've been in, okay? You're going to message somebody or contact them. They're going to talk to you. They're going to be super, super, super excited. And then all of a sudden, they disappear. And they read your message, and they don't respond. And they read your message, and they don't respond. And you're doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing and following up, and they don't respond, and they don't respond, and they don't respond. Okay. Excuse me. I usually give it maybe four times that I've messaged them, and they have not responded, okay? And I use this little thing I learned from Cammie Dempsey called the wow factor follow-up. Bethany's gonna post a link to the video. It's a quick YouTube video. Hang on, sorry. Mind is gone. Okay, she's gonna post a link to the video. It's a quick YouTube video, and it's Cammie Dempsey talking about this wow factor follow-up. I didn't know about this until I heard it from her. And guess what? 99.9% of the times that I've used it, it's worked.
It works.
It works, and it does. So watch the video. Take notes, okay? All it is, okay, so I have somebody who I've written to a million times and they haven't responded to me. So I'm going to say, hey, Bethany, I know we talked a few months back and you were really interested in trying some wraps, and I haven't been able to get in touch with you the last few times that I've messaged you. I just want to make sure I didn't say something that offended you in some way. If I did, I'm really sorry. I never meant to. If there's anything I can do, please let me know. Hope to hear from you soon. Guess what happens 5 minutes later? Bethany reads the message, and she responds, and she goes, oh, no, you didn't do anything to offend me. Oh, my goodness, please don't think that. I've just been so busy with work and being pregnant and my 4-year-old in the tub and calling my name. You can go get her. And she's going to get her 4-year-old out of the tub. But so, I have just been super busy, and I just haven't had time to respond. I'm so glad you wrote back to me because I am still interested, and I would really like to get together with you on Friday. I don't know why it works, but people do not want you to think that you have offended them. So, Corinne is actually going to come into the screen right now, and she's going to actually show you an example of her wow factor follow-up and show you that it works. What's up, Corinne? Triple Diamond.
Thanks, girl. Yes, Corinne Burnside, Triple Diamond. I am going to show you. We were all like, yes, we've all done the wow factor, and it works every time, but then we're like, who did we do that with? We couldn't find it in our history. So I was like, why don't I go ahead and just try it, or send one to somebody who wasn't responding recently. So I'm going to start sharing my screen. Oh, is it? Okay. Is that good? You guys can see it? Okay. There we go. All right. So I had followed up with somebody while we were sitting there looking, and I was like, I'm just going to follow up with somebody really quick and use the wow factor follow-up because it works every time, like she says, almost every single time. So we were sitting there, we were talking about it, and I was like, you know what, I haven't heard back from this person for a while, and we were going back and forth for quite a while, and she was like ready to sign up. So I all of a sudden she stopped responding, and I didn't hear from her at all. So I was like, okay. So I said, hey, how are you doing? Did you hear? And this was when they re-announced that they were extending the Ruby bonus. So, or was it that day? Yeah. Yeah, it was that day. And then I was like, is everything okay? So that was kind of half of a wow factor follow-up. And then I used the full wow factor follow-up. Did I say something to offend you? You can say anything of that sort. Did I say something to offend you? What are some of the ones that you used? Do you say anything different than that, Stephanie?
Most of mine I've gone a little more into detail, like, hey, I know you were interested in joining the business or trying some products, and I haven't heard back from you. I just want to make sure everything's okay. I hope I didn't say something to offend you. I hope to hear from you soon, something like that.
Yes. So this girl, we'd have been talking, and like she was ready to, she was like literally like, where do I go to sign up? And she stopped all of a sudden. So I just kept it super sweet and simple, to the point. Did I say something to offend you? Cammie does suggest some other things you can say in the video. And then this is almost the same response each time too.
Yeah.
OMG, Corinne, not at all. And then they'll tell you why, or just what's been crazy, or what's going on, and it's perfect. So I would recommend using the wow factor follow-up on anybody that you've had a good conversation with, somebody that was interested but stopped responding. So these are really great ways to get somebody chatting with you again. And actually, I did this right before we started, so we've been chatting the whole time Stephanie's been presenting. So I had to tell her, hey, I want to chat more. I'll get back with you in a few minutes. So while we're here, maybe what we'll do is we'll show you a couple other examples. So this is a good one that I used from an event that I did. Oops, let me go back. I followed up from an event slip. She had entered for a free wrap, and she didn't win first place. So what I like to do is I like to say, hey, you've gotten our second prize, our second runner-up prize, or like a VIP offer. This was April. By the end of this month, I was going for triple diamond, so I offered her with 2 or 3 friends that I would do a wrap or facial for her for free. And then what I do is I offer usually 2 dates. This one I said next week or the week of April 20th. The reason I do 2 dates typically and give them a choice is because then they don't have time to look and say, oh, you know what, I'm so busy this week. Instead, they look at that date you suggested, and if they're available during that time, then it's harder for them to say no, right? It's kind of an apology. Yes.
I wanted to say something about that. That is something I actually noticed one day when you were typing to somebody, and I looked over your shoulder, and I noticed that you just said, I'm available this day and this day. Which one works better for you? And I thought to myself, wow, I never do that. I always say, hey, when are you available? I give them the whole calendar. You can't do that. You got to give them a couple of options.
Yes.
And I noticed they're way more likely to actually choose a date if you give them options instead of giving them the whole whatever to decide. So
they're like, oh, I mean, this is a perfect example. You guys, we're right at where everybody's going. The kids are going back to school. Parents think they're losing their mind, like they have not an hour to spare. So technically, if you're gonna say, hey, is August 20th or August 23rd better for you? And that gives them a date to look at, and then they're like, oh, you know what, I don't have anything going on that day in the afternoon. Instead of, hey, when are you available? They're gonna start thinking about all these things they've got going on. So it's so much better just go ahead and give them a couple dates to choose from. So here's what I sent her. You can see what was the original date, the 9th. 10 days later, I didn't hear back from her. We had another special that was, what was it? It was like BOGO, I think. So I sent and I tried to entice her by saying, we currently have a huge limited time special on our body wraps. Would you like to hear about it? So oftentimes you do that, like you're not giving them all the information, so they're like, ooh, what? Like, I got some good responses from that, but this is a good example of somebody not responding. And then, so I went in for it again on Saturday. So I probably really left too big of a gap, but let me tell you, I actually forgot to write her name down. like Stephanie was saying. And I found her old message. So said, hey, you are interested in our incredible body wraps. We spoke at the Prego Expo. Would love to see if you have some time to get together. And ta-da! So this is 3 times of following up, you guys. 3 times. So that's why they say the fortune is in the follow-up. Like if you try to contact somebody one time, the next person's gonna come along and scoop that person up. Like I'm lucky she hadn't gotten already scooped up or introduced by one of her other friends. But we got in a really great conversation and we set up a time to get together. So there's a really good example of why we want to continue following up. And Angie Merritt had posted this the other day in our group, and I really wanted to show you guys, like, this is so great. A great way of following up with people, or that initial response. Actually, this isn't the one I was looking for. I was looking for the other one where she just signed somebody on the spot the other day. But anyways, this is also a really great way. You're just building a rapport with somebody, and instead of like immediately going into, hey, do you want to try a wrap? Build a little bit of a relationship. It's a relationship business. So there's my examples that I had. Now how do I stop screen sharing? Ta-da! Oh, you know what? I don't know if everybody saw that big womp womp womp. I forgot to hit the present to all. Hopefully you guys I'm going to put them up in Peace Love so you guys can check those out too.
We're still learning. I think we touched base on all we wanted to touch base on. Corinne, is there anything else you wanted us to say before we discuss the scavenger hunt?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Actually, I wanted to suggest something that we just got started using, okay? When you're looking at following up with people, have you watched Jade Hooper's follow-up YouTube videos? Not you specifically, but people watching. Get yourself one of these awesome books, okay? These books here this is a planner. It's going to save your life. So I've written down all the people's names over here that I had followed up with the last week. And technically what you can do is you can say when somebody responds back and they say, hey, I don't get paid until next Friday, because it was the last day of the week, I could put them on the Friday of the following month. So then you know when you open your planner that morning who you're following up with. So get a planner, super, super helpful to be able to do that. I got a simple open calendar on one page rather than the breaking up into weeks per page or whatnot. So,
Sandra and Jennifer, did you guys have anything you wanted to say about following up from a different standpoint?
I do. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
I just wanted to add, I know that you guys probably hear us say this a billion times, like the fortune is in the follow-up, but it really is. I had looked back at when Corinne followed up with me back a little bit over 2 years ago, and it took her, I think it was like 4 emails.
I know.
And then in one of them, I made her wait almost 3 days before I wrote back. So, like, and it wasn't that I wasn't interested. It's just, it's weird. I can't even explain it. It's like I saw it, life got in the way, I kind of forgot to write back, and then I was like, oh, I haven't written back to her, and so I did, and then finally, like, 4 emails later, I set up for her to come wrap me. So don't give up. Don't even say the D word. Do not say discouraged at all, like, out of your vocabulary, because if you say it, you're going to start thinking that. So definitely follow up, even if you feel like they're not interested anymore. They are. If they haven't told you no, leave me alone, they're still interested. So that's my little thing.
Very good point, Sandra. I love that.
Yeah, and you got anything? I know you're the blitzing queen.
No. I mean, so yeah, I agree. Like, I wanted to add to what Sandra said. You know, unless someone tells me, listen, don't message me anymore, I am going to follow up forever and ever, even if it's a week and then another week, don't stop with the follow up, because no doesn't mean no right now. And about blitzing, I don't know if you touched on this. I was trying to watch the whole thing, but don't wait too long after you get somebody's contact information. You know, less than 48 hours. Hit up that person. Follow up with that person that you blitz. That's it.
Do it while it's fresh and they're excited about
Yes.
it. Oh, and that's another good thing. Whenever you're talking to somebody about anything, whether you're blitzing or following up or doing a party or anything, and this is in general, this isn't just following up, be excited.
Be confident.
Yes. Be confident. Be excited always, because you could talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk like me, and they're not going to care what you're saying.
La, 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 la.
But they're going to see how excited I am about the business and how much I love the products, and they're going to be like, wow, that's awesome. And they're going to remember that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excitement sells. Excitement sells. Okay?
All
All
right.
right. Well, I think that's pretty much everything. Bethany had to go get Natalie out of the tub. She decided she wanted to start screaming, so. Water's probably ice cold. Just kidding.
Awesome. So then we'll go over just a little refresher of what we did last week's task, and then the next week's task we are going to post in the new event page. So if you want to talk about the scavenger hunt for a sec.
Yes. If you participated in last week's task, it was a blitzing scavenger hunt. Take a picture. Show us your points. Show us what you did. Show us your success from that. Post it in the event page. If you can't find the event page, post it in Peace Love and tag Corinne and tag whoever your diamond upline is out of all of us, so we can keep track and so that we can determine the winner and announce the winner, hopefully tonight, but definitely by tomorrow. Okay, if you're not in, you're not going to be the winner. We got to know what you're doing.
Yep. So make sure you take a picture of your scavenger hunt filled out and then provide the proof. So the pictures, if you just there are contact information but not a picture of them with a Blitz card. You know, you can blur out the contact info, but just screenshot it in your phone and just be honest. Of course, we're all here to be honest. And then we're going to add up everybody's points and do the $50 raffle.
Yeah, $50. Whoop, whoop. Not to mention possible LCs and possible DTs on your team.
Heck yeah. So, so keep an eye out, you guys. The event page the events are created in Peace Love, so everybody's automatically invited to that event. And you can see the event right at the top of your mobile screen in Peace Love. You'll see what the next event is. Just click on it, and then it'll open up the event to you. Make sure you click going. Don't even bother with maybe. Just do going, because it's going to allow you to get all the notifications and updates, as well as not forget that even if you can't go at that time, there's going to be the YouTube video to be able to go back to and listen in on. Mm-hmm. So, and then those events are where we're posting the tasks, everything to help you cruise to Ruby. Because if you want to get there, you just participate and you can do these tasks, because we're actually giving you IPAs, and IPAs are income producing activities. So, all right, Steph, we'll let you wrap it up.
I'm gonna let you wrap it up.
Bethany.
Say it. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Go try one.
Awesome. All right, guys.
Get out there and follow up on that hundreds list.
That's right. Get out there and do it. Woo.
That's right. Just got to do it.
Yep. Webinar Wednesday next week, and we are going to have Miss Sandra. Oh, she's not there. Sandra
She'll be there next week.
Yes, there she is. So Sandra's going to be on next week. I think. Did you determine your topic? Is it cutting out?
Yeah. Oi.
She's
muted.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if either social media or self-development. Self-development. Maybe we could do a vote on the team page. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. All right, guys, because you guys are the ones that are actually determining what it is you want to learn, what we do, what the topics we cover, the questions that you ask. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to look and see if there's questions from the page this time.
Bethany looked. There's nothing right now.
Okay, cool, perfect. So, yep, you're determining what we get to teach you guys. So let us know. And
if you're watching this live, in 19 minutes, there will be a power call with Brian Burnstead and Matt.
Matt.
I am a 10.
you can't pronounce it, just say I'm a 10.
I forgot. Amayo.
Yeah.
So get on the call.
Yep, with Drew Mayhar tonight. So Brian actually needs a computer now so he can get it.
Bye, everybody.
All right, bye, y'all.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Good job, Stephanie.
Bye.